Welcome to Containerized Conversations, where we try to containerize our conversation. I'm Jesse Caffarelli.
And I'm Josh Warhurst. Thanks for tuning in as we dive into some of our favorite topics, one containerized thought at a time.
Welcome back, listeners, and welcome back, Josh.
Hey, Jesse, it's good to be back. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah.
I don't know what this timing is going to be for listeners, right? But it's probably been our first real long break, right?
Yeah.
I think we had no gaps in the beginning, even though we had recording gaps, but now we actually have an official gap between the last episode and now.
Yeah, it's been a few months.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about. So I figured we'd kick off with a water cooler talk because first off, we're trying to switch recording programs, because we were on Riverside, but I don't know. Riverside seems to be shifting a lot.
It's also good to experiment, right?
Yeah.
We were happy with Riverside in the beginning. This is not like a just going to be a hit piece on Riverside.
So I got a little side story for you.
Sure.
Interesting that did happen to me.
We'll see if it's interesting.
We were talking about starting to record soon, and so I was looking up stories as I do some research. I'm on the Boston News, Boston website, looking for maybe new startups or some cool AI story we can talk about or something like that. And of course, what do I come across but a article about my hometown's high school?
Ooh.
Now, granted, on Boston News, my high school doesn't live anywhere near Boston. It's even more interesting. And it turns out they've gotten famous for trying to roast people for not coming to our class reunion coming up.
I feel like that's somebody who works for the Boston News site was getting hazed by their former classmates, and they're like, you know what? I have the power of the pen. I can.
I don't think that's what happened, but maybe that is what happened. I don't know. Like, someone from my graduating class was all mad, so maybe we do a little hit piece and it backfires because now everyone's lighting up the page.
Do you have a reunion coming up?
Yeah, next year.
Oh, maybe this is the hit piece.
Yeah, I RSVP maybe. So, they probably will be coming after me soon.
Gotcha.
I thought it was hilarious that, and now I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to actually cause a hit piece, but it might, if anybody interested might be able to find it. And what I find even more hilarious is we've been doing this podcast for maybe a year and a half now. We don't advertise too much, but we put out that LinkedIn post here and there, try to generate some, and we got a good average 50 views per video. I was excited about it. I didn't think we'd get more than 5, like me, you, and maybe our moms. You go to the Facebook page of my high school reunion, it's like 2,000, 3,000 views.
Wow.
They're really showing us up.
They have a built-in audience. They don't even need to advertise. So where roughly did you go to high school?
Oh, no, I'm not going to say that.
It was a big high school?
What is your definition of a big high school?
So
our graduating class, I think, was 200.
Mine was less than that. It was like 170, but it's kind of the same ballpark.
Yeah.
I know schools that their graduating class 1,000 people, right? And certainly when you get into colleges and stuff like that.
I know people with graduating classes of 30. I thought 200 or 300 was like a bigger one, but 1,000, oh my.
Yeah, and now I want to go look for sources.
But it is amazing how tech really connects you. And then even more so, taking it a step further. So my classmates are basically roasting people who do say yes and don't say yes. And I'm starting to follow it, and I find it really interesting. I actually find it really amazing seeing what everyone's doing. One of my classmates wrote a book, and it's on Amazon, and you can buy it, and I'm going to plug it. The Creatures of COVID. We'll put it in the description of this podcast episode to help.
You haven't read?
No, I haven't, but it sounds really interesting. Yeah. And it's really cool that he did something like that. I would have never thought, I wouldn't think it's possible for someone to do a podcast And I didn't think it would be for someone to write a book. And then one of my other classmates lives in Japan. It's so crazy to think like all of us going off and doing things. And then before tech, you would have never been able to even see all this stuff. And so now that we are still connected, I guess we're part of the tech generation where we had a Facebook, and Facebook somehow stayed alive from high school till now. Who would have thought that? Because before that, it was MySpace, and everybody had a MySpace account
and Messenger.
But Facebook, and now everybody from your grandma down to, I don't know, do kids in high school these days have a Facebook page? I don't know if they do, actually.
Nowadays, I don't think any new high schooler has a Facebook.
You don't think so?
I'm sure.
Is that an old person thing now?
I think it is.
Facebook?
I think
what
it
are you,
is.
my dad?
Well, like I'm on like a town committee, and there's somebody who's all the people on Facebook are getting mad about this, and it's just the old people. It's just the 65 plus retired people. I don't know. I think Facebook has definitely shifted older, and then things like Instagram or TikTok are like where the sort of younger people hang out.
Yeah.
Or if you're really young.
Or what are you, 35 years old? Do you have a Facebook page?
I don't know if there's the stigma in other places, right?
Yeah.
I certainly got off of Facebook, I don't know, a decade ago, right?
You got off of it, but you probably still have an account floating around.
I still have an account floating around.
You're not telling.
I probably log in about once a year, and it's because I still get notifications on my email.
Yeah.
Like this person said something, and I'm like, ooh, okay.
Now I'm logging in almost every day so I can see one of my classmates get roasted before a reunion comes up.
I will say the ability for tech to connect people. I had a neighbor in first grade, and we used to hang out all the time, and then they moved to California. Yeah. And I remember maybe it was when I was going off to college, and I looked them up on Facebook, and I saw they had an account.
Yeah.
We talked for a bit, and I was like, that never would have happened if Facebook didn't exist. But
yeah, it's amazing. It really is the ability to be able to stay connected with people you don't talk to anymore.
Yeah, it's funny. I go back and forth though, because I don't feel like that kind of relationship is necessarily. It's fun. Yeah. It's kind of popcorn TV.
Popcorn TV.
You're enjoying it at the moment, but it doesn't. And it has sometimes a story you can remember. This story I'm telling you right now is something I remember. But like, I don't think I've had a meaningful connection through Facebook.
No, but it's to your point though. It's like, it's really for a couple different reasons. One, like maybe sometimes it's okay to enjoy trash TV, Josh.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes it's okay to have surface level relationships that are just like feel good moments that you don't necessarily need to cultivate and nurture, because it's hard work having friends and people that are close. And sometimes you just want to have that surface level conversation and then call it quits.
I agree. There is something valuable about that. And there is something valuable about connection, plainly, right? Yeah. Like my grandmother used to write letters to all of her friends, like all the time, right? Yeah. If they really exchanged anything super meaningful, but like the act of connection, I think was a valuable thing for her, and I think probably for other people, right? Some people just like to have a connection to other people, regardless of how deep it is. Yeah, I'm not going to knock Facebook, and I do think that it is useful for some people to have that kind of connection. Yeah. And certainly Facebook also has other ways to waste your time. I mean, and now people have all these other different methods, like roasting their high school friends on in different groups. Yeah. Because of the nature of social media, that people generally put their best foot forward, right? They generally show you the positive updates, not necessarily the negative. I like in those moments of Facebook stalking, quote unquote. Yeah. It is nice seeing that other people are doing well. Yeah. I think some people can see that other people are doing well, and they use that as, oh man, I'm not doing well. Right. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
No, but seriously, I like seeing other people doing well. Yeah. And I think social media is good at that. Right. It's good to be like, oh, look at everybody around us in the world is having a good life.
So do you stay connected with your high school? You live near your high school, right? Yeah. Do you connected with all of them?
I wouldn't say all of them, but I would say that I see my high school friend group a number of times a year.
Oh.
I'll invite people over. We try to go camping a couple
Yeah.
times a year, at least.
So, do you think that's because you stayed in proximity, or would you have? I don't know if this is too deep for our podcast
No,
or
it's,
not.
it's it's totally reasonable. Some of it is proximity.
Yeah.
If you're within a day's drive of somebody.
Oh, a days. I was going to say like a 20-minute. I'm not a day drive away from my hometown, but I lost connection with all of my friends almost instantly. And that's because we all wanted out of our hometown. We left and went off to college, and
none of us stayed in our hometown, right? Not to move back to the hometown. It was just that one of our friends had a house in the hometown. Actually, it was at one town over, but close enough.
Like that's within 20 minutes. Like a town
they rented from that house. But most of my friends have scattered a little bit, but I still think we get together. But it's more not because of people like me.
Yeah.
I think it is because we have a couple members of our friend group that are just like glue, right?
Oh, yeah, that's called something, right? It's like a sentinel, or like the person that brings people together.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I will stay in touch with a couple people, right?
Yeah.
I might say, hey, you want to come over and we'll do a fire out back? You want to meet for some event in Boston, right?
Yeah.
But then other people are doing this like constant legwork, right?
Yeah.
So I'm friends with person A, and person A is making all these contacts to all these different people. And so they bring people together. And then because of that, I'm benefiting by seeing these group of people, right?
Yeah.
I think if you don't have people like that, then it's really easy to fall out of touch, right?
Yeah. That's
Other than that, most of the friend groups that I have are people from work. Like, we either hang out with people from my work or my old job or my wife's old job, my wife's current job.
Yeah.
The people that kind of accidentally stay in your life because of work. Like you.
Accidentally stayed in your life because we started a podcast together. Accidentally.
Totally.
It was accidental, honestly.
Yeah.
You didn't think I was serious, and then I rang you up the next day like, okay, so we're doing this, right?
I think it requires some of that, right? That silliness to drive through.
Silliness, I like it.
Because it is really easy to just, right? To keep yourself entertained through Netflix and through...
We have more content pushed to us than like any other historical anybody has ever had. And yet I feel so bored. Like, I have millions of hours of content between YouTube, Netflix, all of these things. And like, I literally sit on my couch scrolling for 20 minutes, like, okay, what are we watching? Well, it's like, it feels like you have nothing.
Yeah, I think it's that paradox of choice. If you have 400 options, you are doing this like tiny math in your head where you're weighing, you're saying, okay, if I'm going to commit 16 hours to this next show, what
16
show?
hours?
I don't know.
I was just going to say 30 minutes.
Well,
I'm watching the extended version of Lord of the Rings over here. Like,
but sometimes, like, when you look at the list of shows, you're kind of trying to figure out, what do I actually want to watch? And
versus back in the old days, they literally had 3 channels to choose from. And most of them, 2 of them were just reruns.
Yeah. And even back then, let's say you had limited choice on TV, you may have had 12 options. Then you had your Betamax or VHS things for when you wanted to rewatch a movie that you've
but you had one videotape that you just watched all the time because it was like the only VCR you had.
Yeah. But before that, they had things like books, right? Which even 100 years ago, in like the 1920s, there was still basically more books than you could ever want to read. I think if you wanted to get really back to a point where people were totally bored and had nothing to do, they were probably peasants in the Middle Ages, right?
All right, Josh, we're getting up to our 20-minute mark here. Look at that. We still are able to ramble on for 20 minutes.
We could ramble on for 3 times that amount.
All right. So give us a little sneak peek of what's to come. You had some ideas.
Oh, I have a lot of ideas. Yeah, I just think that really as tech goes on, we're seeing first, I think there's a lot of changes in the world of AI, right? We talked a few months
Yeah.
ago if the costs of AI are actually going to manifest,
Yeah.
right?
Not only that, but there's so many things I need to catch you up on. All
Oh,
the AI stuff I've been using.
yeah.
I feel like that could fill a whole episode.
Yeah. We could probably talk about AI for the next season.
Just an AI season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, all new listeners.
No, intermingled with that, we'll also have chats about our high school.
And TV shows.
Fair, fair.
Yeah.
The other thing, I do think there's some company values, things like that at work will benefit you regardless of the technology. I took a couple weeks off because I had a second child. That's why we had a big gap here.
Yeah.
And I got to say, you got to take breaks. Some people, they work straight 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And they don't take vacations, and it's bad for them and it's bad for the company.
Yeah. We had an episode on burnout, but I feel like we could have so many more episodes.
Well, I
just on burnout.
don't think taking a break is necessarily about burnout.
Well, it's about avoiding burnout, right?
I don't
like
think
take
so.
the break before burning out.
I am not thinking of breaks as a method of delaying burnout.
Yeah.
But certainly that can be a method.
So what are you thinking about it as? Just a way to...
Oh, we're going to start the episode here, Jesse?
No, you're right. Sneak peek, sorry. All right, stay tuned, folks. We got to change our website. We got to change our podcast description because I definitely feel like we're less tech, but yeah, I think we're fitting in.
Yeah. And
So
hey, we could always change our name.
No, I love the name. It forces us to containerize our conversations.
Sure.
Whether it's tech or not, it still applies. We need to cut it down, man.
We don't want unlimited conversations. The spinoff.
The spin-off, yeah.
Ooh.
Cat's out of the bag.
We'll just give this a greater instance type.
All right. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you soon.
We'll talk to you soon, Jesse. See ya.
And that was our containerized conversation. I'm Jesse Caffarelli.
I'm Josh Warhurst. Have a great night.